Oh wow, that glare on my glasses. We're looking rough today, but we're going to deal with it. Hey everyone, it has been a minute since we've had one of these. Well, kind of. We kind of had one of these like here, although that was very chaotic and not really a coffee and Dollies. Although I guess, I mean, there's coffee and there's Dollies, but like some of these have weird vibes, and I think that this is one of them. Weird vibes because life as someone who makes luxury dolls, luxury art dolls, art makes really anything in summer 2025 is like, it's guys, like, I write scripts out for these things and then I can't follow them just because it just becomes time to ramble. I should just stop writing scripts and I should just write point forms, because that's all that matters anyways, is the point forms. Because making dolls or art or scripts is like super weird right now, like between like economy stuff, climate change stuff, uncertainty of the future type stuff. There's like AI upheaval. I don't want to call it AI takeover because like that feels like The Matrix or iRobot or something. It feels like dystopian. Actually, speaking of AI uprising and upheaval, not too long ago there was a like our podcast, which is Unhinged, which I feel like the vibe is there right now for Unhinged, but the Unhinged podcast with Mini Stitches as our guest. We just did an episode about AI and art, and it was really kind of funny and I thought really thoughtful and thought-provoking, so you should check that out on our thoughts of AI and art spaces. I'm going to try and avoid getting too into that in this video, so if you want to hear about that, that's there. Okay, but anyways, all of these things kind of put together, I just feel like myself and some of my artist friends, I don't know about everybody, but some of my artist friends, like we're all kind of feeling this like generalized anxiety. I can create when I'm sad. Oh, I create so much when I'm sad. When I'm sad, when I'm mad about something, when I'm happy, like I can create through almost every feeling. But like anxiety is not one of them. Usually, like, I can be anxious, I can be an anxious person, but I also like fix my anxiety, or I guess like cope with it by planning, and I can't plan anymore. I can't think ahead anymore. So like it's been really hard around here. I think case in point, I look like I just crawled out from under a bed. And low-key I did. Because it's 1,000,000 degrees. It's super hot. And I couldn't even find clothes this morning because I was so stressed out. I put on a bathing suit and a big shirt. Okay, like it's a bathing suit and a big shirt. No makeup. Glasses even though I'm on camera and I have a glare. I know. Guys, I know. Also, this being the most rambly video I've put out in like 2 years, I feel like I'm talking so fast. The last time I made one of these updates, I was really stressed out about like American politics and how they might be affecting sales and planning like pre-orders. So I feel like when I made that, there was like a small part of me that was like, soon this will be over. Soon things will be resolved. But for the next 3 to 6 months, I can't really like figure out how to plan things. But like one day soon, I will be back to like planning and like my brain will work again. And like, why's it gotta get worse? Why is everything worse now? Why is everything worse? Yeah, even oh my god. Me almost crying. Also my computer talking to me, but you know. Okay, so being self-employed with ADHD, if you haven't caught on to that yet, if you're in a similar boat to me, I would love you to put a yellow heart in your comments just for solidarity. And so I don't know, I just feel like to be seen is to be heard. You know what I mean? Like, it feels not alone, you know? Because yeah, for me, I do find this situation, it went from I can't plan and I'm anxious to paralyzed. Like my work and my art, I'm very structured. I have like a consistent workflow. I'm a planner. Like up until recently, I always had a 6-month plan. Like I knew what dolls were going to be released. I knew what my content structure for the next 6 months was going to look like. I knew like all my filming dates. Like it was all done so far ahead that, and I just can't now. Like it's just like, and I'll admit it, I'm a little scared of the future. That feels like a really silly thing to say. I really don't know how else to describe it. I think 6 months ago I was unsure, but now I'm kind of like, I'm always battling like a fear of the future. And like, please my neuro spicy people, or just like my people with like good pattern recognition skills, let's talk about maybe how like you will, we will say something like, I don't know, this feels like it's like this, and we'll make a comparison, and people will be like, no, that's not it, you're overreacting, everyone's fear-mongering, and we're just like, I don't want to be fear-mongering, I don't want to scare anybody, I don't want to worry anybody, I don't want other people to be worried. But then it'll be like a year later, and the thing we said we were scared of happening happens, and it's like, I was right. And I hate that I was right. Like, I didn't want to be right. I wanted to voice this opinion so that you could prove that I was wrong, or that it wasn't going to happen. Like, when I'm anxious about something and I say like, oh my God, I'm so worried that this is what's happening, and then I want somebody to be like, no, because, and then provide information or context that makes it not that. But like that has not been what's been going on. Anyways, I don't want to get into all the things I'm afraid of about the future, because I'm not trying to be a fearmonger. I'm scared, okay? Like, I'm worried. You don't need to be. I really hope you're not. It's hard to plan releases. It's hard to commit to a pre-order when you feel like this. So for me, most of my art has been for me, or for the people directly around me. I've been making like a lot more things, like some dolls, but also like figurines, but also like jewelry boxes and oh my God, I've been making so much jewelry, and like, I don't know, I'm really hoping to do like an all handmade Christmas this year for like most of my loved ones, and it's just, anyways, that's a whole other thing. But like, every time I think about doing a release, it just feels like it's not the time for that, you know? And I think in the BJD corner of the internet, this is at least a little common. I've seen this quite a bit. Like, I feel like 2018 to 2021 were like BJD, like ball jointed doll collector prime time. Like, COVID did a lot of stuff, and one of them was like open people up to new hobbies and trying new things, and a lot of people got into ball jointed dolls during this time. The hobby was booming. There were new artists all the time. There were like people, like, it was like constant, where it was like unboxings on YouTube or Instagram, or like new dolls being released, and like, it was so cool, guys. It was like the golden era almost of like at least Western BJD, like the Western BJD boom, basically. And around 2022, it's like slowed down. I feel like it's like a roller coaster, right? Where you're watching it like rise, and then it's like hits the top, like, and you're like going over the peak. And I feel like by 2024, end of 2024, I feel like it's like my roller coaster analogy. I feel like in 2024, in my roller coaster analogy, it was like just over that peak before the drop. And like all our feet were dangling, and we were looking down, and we were like, I don't know, seems pretty scary. Maybe I'm regretting my choice. Like, I feel like I wasn't regretting my choice. You know what I'm saying though? Like, everyone was kind of like what's happening. And I feel like we are hard in the drop right now. Like, we are still in the drop. The good news is, what goes down must come up, at least with roller coasters. Not with, like, bricks or anything. But, like, anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's where I feel in the drop. I don't know where in the drop we're at. Are we halfway down? Are we at the bottom and it's about to get better? I don't know. The signs, like I said before, when we were at that crescendo, it was like people were still getting new dolls. People were still releasing dolls. But like the growth had tapered off. But now it's people selling collection dolls, including myself. And the market price on them is all so much lower than it would have been 2 years ago. And then people, like, the amount of dolls being released is much lower. Artists who I used to see have like 3 pre-orders a year. I used to have 2 a year. Like, it's maybe 1 a year, maybe 2. Like, I feel like everyone is having less pre-orders. Their pre-orders are selling less dolls in general. People's pre-orders who used to sell out like 50 dolls in like 2 minutes. I don't know that that's happening for almost, like, I could think of like maybe 3 artists that would still be happening for. But, like Western artists, like the Vokes people will always be the Vokes people. And like, I love that for you guys. But I'm seeing so much more now. People are buying dolls. But it's not so much like a $500 doll, like artist doll. It's more like UF doll, or like vinyl, like Tiny Fox, or like blind box BJDs, and like some ices and stuff like that. I'm seeing so much more of that type of purchase. And like, I super get it. Heck, I even like for my stock sale that, okay, low-key, I have a stock sale maybe going on still. I don't know exactly when this is being posted, but at the time of filming, I have a stock sale and I have some stuff left. But I made these like mini dolls. This one's all, they look funky because they're just like laying in a box. But before I send them, I like pretty them up and stuff because, yeah. But like, I have these like little mini guys that I've been making, and like, they have like a little blind box thing and they have like a little outfit. But they're like $25 and they have been selling insanely well. It's something where it's like, I feel that they're cute. I feel that it was like fun to make, but it's like, would I rather be making like a really intricate, like different concept type doll? Yeah, absolutely. But, this is what people can afford. So, do you see like the conflict? Like, I want to make crazy stuff for release, but like, I think in general, myself and other artists are having to almost rethink a lot of our strategies in our planning. I had my plan for this year done last year, and I have not been on this plan at all because it didn't make sense. I had to rewrite everything, and now I don't have a plan. My plan is to keep trucking. Like, that's where we're at. Like, but I am planning, I'm hoping to like offer more like fun little friends, but also I want to like make my teeny tinies. That's like these guys. I usually do pre-orders for them on releases, but I think I'm gonna make a bunch of the classic sculpts made to order and have like 3 colors available as a kit or a finished doll or whatever, and like just have them made to order. And if somebody wants one, they're not like limited by when the pre-order is, and maybe even offer layaways on them. But like, I'm trying to do what I can do to like meet the market where it's at. I guess I'll just like quickly add in, because in these coffee and dollies, I do technically usually kind of give an update of like my own doll collections. I did sell a bunch of my personal collection, and it's like a weird thing where it's like, I feel like I needed the space, number one. But number two is just like, I haven't been even trying to sell very much this year because of, like I said, it doesn't feel like the right time. So like the way I kind of got through that was by selling like personal collection dolls. So I did sell quite a few. I still have like 3 or 4 that didn't move, and I removed the listings, but I'm really stuck on whether I drop the price and try and sell them. But then I feel like I'm undervaluing the artist, but literally everybody's dolls are selling for under what we would consider market value. Like, so I don't know, but I feel icky doing it. And then like, or do I just hold on to them and wait for like a bluer sky? Do you know what I mean? Like, and if I still want to sell them, then, which I do still want to sell them, but like, if I still want to sell them, is it like, okay, well, I'm glad I held on for when the market was better. I'm undecided, so I'll figure that one out someday. The only doll like I've gotten, it's actually still in the box, and I'm going to be unboxing it super soon on this channel, and that is the new Ace of Dolls boy. They have a pre-order, which is super awesome. Again, like none of this is supposed to be like doom and gloom for artists. It's supposed to be like, it's tough out here, but when I see an artist having a pre-order, like I'm so excited for them, and I'm like, yes, make it happen. That's the only doll I have new, and I'm going to be customizing it, and we're going to talk about the pre-order and all of that kind of stuff, so keep an eye out for that. But that's the only new doll. I feel like my business person function, like, that's why a stock sale has been working for me, because everything is already made and like packaged. Like oh my god, Past Me is the greatest person ever, because Past Me had the foresight to like have these things made in a box, like have a stock box and have them. Thank you, Past Me. And that has been completely fine, but I have not been able to wrap my head around doing a pre-order or like doing like new releases. I have been sculpting so much because art is like a release thing for me. It's like an escape. When you're an artist and it's your job to be an artist and you're not selling as much, there's a guilt to that. All of this, and I'm not selling as much, and I'm doing sales much less often, and the guilt of that is like, I'm not being productive. But like practice sculpting or like making like weird concepts and like trying out new engineering things, like that feels productive for me, but it's so far just been for me, and I haven't even had the extra energy to like film that to share it, with the exception of the Fairy series, which I'm doing as a sculpting series for you guys. People really loved the first one. I have the next like 2 parts filmed. I just have to do the voiceover, which I'm hoping to do right after this. So if I look exactly like this in sculpting series part 2, that's why. Okay, like I'm filming it at the same time because I actually had motivation to come into my office and film this today. So like that was already a win. So I am wearing a bathing suit and a big shirt, but you know, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Honestly, like I actually was supposed to come down here and film part 2 of the sculpting series and part 2 of Dolls in Media. And I'm hopefully going to. I want to say I'm going to, but like, I'm hoping to. But actually sitting down and making this video, which was completely unplanned, I really didn't think I was going to do another one of these updates because the other one was so like weird for me, but like, I don't know, it feels good to like talk with you guys, I guess, about it. I feel like either some of you will understand or empathize or feel seen or heard, or maybe some of you will be like, okay, Rose, somebody like get her off the coffee, because like, you know what I mean? I don't know what, but like, sometimes you just gotta talk to a camera. I don't know. Maybe this is like body doubling and I'm like being my own therapist right now, and now you guys all have to watch the video. Although no one's making you watch this video, so I mean. And also, I can almost guarantee that future me is not going to edit this down to anything coherent. So like, it might just be like this. And also the glare, I might have to go take these glasses off before I film anything else because I look crazy. And also I bumped my ear, and my earring is now like, it was a ring and it's been healed for 6 months, but I bumped it really bad and now it really freaking hurts. And why does it hurt so bad? Anyways, this is like a weird summer, and I'm really glad I have series summer started with the Dolls and Media, with the sculpting series, with the Reddit stories, and with like the podcast, because that is 90% of my content right now. The list of small things, small tasks feels overwhelming when I'm just like, okay, if I do that and that and that, I don't know if I'll have energy to do this. Like going through the laundry to find actual clothes this morning and instead wearing a swimsuit. Like, and it's that coupled with like, my kids are home for the summer now, and like, I love when they're home for the summer. I love seeing them. They're so funny, and like, they're such good kids, and it's like amazing, but it also throws off my whole routine. Like my whole, okay, I wake up, I get the kids ready for school, like with my partner, we get them on the bus, or drive them when they're late. And I get my coffee and I come downstairs to my desk and I sit down and I say, what am I doing today? And I like do my thing. And then I'm here for like 5 hours and I don't get up. Like that's like every day I do that. In the summer, I don't do that. We are staying up later, so we're sleeping in, and then like I'll come down here and then the kids need something, so I have to go do something. Or the other thing is I've been doing so much other art stuff besides dolls. Like I said, creative outlets, but that doesn't quite feel right for this channel. So I'm trying to start posting like twice a month, like every 2 weeks on Teeny or Tinkers again. The main thing, like I do tattooing, I do like random painting, I do like home dopamine decor type stuff. I do like thrift flips. I also like have been really into like community theater. Actually, the first video that will be up on my second channel is like a look at some of the community theater stuff I've been doing. Like I just finished a play called Midsummer Jersey. I was actually in the play as well, but like, I did like all the sets and all the fairy costumes and stuff, and how fun that was. And the theme of the show was everything is cardboard, because I had a budget of like $30, which is like insane for a whole show. But like I did it, and it was great, and I thought it looked great. And anyways, I'm probably going to be doing more theater stuff in the future. Probably not so much acting. The acting was fun, but I don't know, maybe if it was the right role, but I just really like to make things, and I thought that was cool, and I hope you guys like seeing that kind of stuff. And if you do, that's second channel, so be sure to check that out, I guess, if you're into that. I also want to like hear about how you guys are doing, and like, I think, like I said, that's kind of the whole point of this video, is sometimes it feels good to just talk to somebody, even if they're online, like about how you're feeling. Like there are always like your in-person friends and family, but also like in the context of how this community is. Like my husband doesn't necessarily understand the BJD community outside of exactly what I tell him, so he can't really add to the conversation, but you guys can. And in art space community and all of that, it's not just the BJD people. So I would love to hear what you guys are thinking, how you guys are feeling, what you guys are seeing, what you think maybe the future holds. Like I'd love to hear all of that from you. But basically that's where my head's at right now. That's where my art's at right now. And sorry. Okay. And thank you for sticking around, even if the tone is like a bit inconsistent, if things are a bit weird, if my glasses are a bit glared. It means the world. If you've ever enjoyed my art, whether it be my dolls, drawings, music, Phil screaming at me, or like even just my rambling on the internet, thank you so much for sticking around. Like it really means the world. And take this video as a promise that more is coming eventually in its pace. But that's it for now. If you're already subscribed, Thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, I hope you like the content and will consider subscribing. As always, me and Phil hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.